Alright, final day of Bob Ross the Long Way. I think we'll start off nice and easy. See if I can't find a couple layers to take out of here. After reviewing the trees, I wasn't too happy with the results outside of the festival. So let's see if I can't find some trees or snow, a couple textures that are hiding behind the tree that aren't needed anymore. Let's see. Grab all of that. Group these back together. So whatever I delete, I'll only have half of it to use on a tree because there's two. I think that's all I'm gonna be able to get out of there. Don't want to take any of the color out. I'm pretty sure there's not really gonna be a lot to play with. See, maybe mess around with the shadows a little bit. See if there's one. Two. I'll actually just move this one. Try to separate that a little bit. No highlights. Maybe a background texture here. Don't want to lose that detail. Of course, there's nothing hiding behind that branch. Take that one out. Actually, there might be a couple in here that are hidden behind the bushes that were added in after the fact. Like that. that one. That one. Ooh, yeah, finding all the hidden stickers. If it's covered up by the bush, it's really no need to have anything behind it. We'll leave that one. Alright, 20 stickers freed so far, so what's this one? Is this everything? Yep. Okay, gonna leave those highlights. Might be something in here. No, we'll leave that one. Saw it get dark on the other side. So I think that's gonna be it for the land. Maybe there's some fog to take out. What did that do? Yeah, let's not mess with the fog. I'm pretty sure I said yesterday not to mess with the very delicate blends. Okay, so now let's check into the mountains. There might be some snowy sections. Is that the right one? Looks like it. See if we got any tucked away. Doesn't look like it. Just that one redundant sticker. I was probably trying to fill in the snow, make it look a little bit more dense. But because it's tucked behind the tree now, don't really need it. Oh, and all of our shadows. Where are we at? 73. I think I can work with that. So gonna start off by grouping all the same groups together and try to adjust the color first, because if I can fix it before adding anything, then anything I add will just be detail. And the more detail and texture, the better. That doesn't seem right. I think that's it. And then the highlights. Go ahead and do it on the other tree. Both colors can get adjusted at the same time. Grouping each branch together is a good way to kind of build a tree, but it makes it a pain to recolor all the layers. Group all the highlights together first, move them up top. And we'll actually go to the bottom one first. But that way, one of the branches doesn't have a highlight, making the counting off. Group the highlights together, and now they're all even. I can just go 3 spaces and know that that's the correct shape. Now I go 2 spaces. But with that one branch that was different in layers, it just get weird, and then you're trying to figure out if it's the right shade or right shape. So we grouped it first, made life a lot easier. Start messing with this. So this is the shadow color. This car's so long. So for the shadow, we want to take a lot of color out. Let's really go dark with it. I'm pretty happy with the highlight, so I don't think I'm going to tweak the highlight color. Let's see, let's go with the first shape. Already pretty dark. Move a little to the blue, take a little color out. Click the darkness. We got these little zigzags that we build in the branches with. Little color. I think let's move it to the yellow a little bit, just to kind of keep the colors fluctuating and a little bit brighter. Seems a little better. The colors are blending with each other, creating tones of green that weren't intended. Let's grab that layer. Oh, there we go. A little bit towards the blue, darken it up. And actually, now that there's kind of a different tone going to the branches, I will tweak the highlight. Pull it away from the yellow a little bit. Saturation out, so it's not so cartoony. Let's see, let's work our way up from the dark. Still seems a little too much. Maybe we'll go a little bit more saturation. Couple clicks darker. Let's try that. Alright, I'm actually really happy with that. There's 27 stickers to work with. I think the right side tree has more branches than the left. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We'll use that one extra sticker on this side. Let's see here. Just taking my time looking over the colors. Trying to picture being out in the woods looking at trees. I feel like the trunk might be a little oversaturated, but at the same point, there are some pretty red, really vibrant brown pine trees. So I think just move ahead and see about adding another layer of texture under the highlight. Use the same shape. Wait. Oh, okay, I'm on the wrong tree. So, under. Oh. Oh no. Are you kidding? Somehow I deleted the highlights off of this tree. That explains the sticker count. Gosh. Oh well. It's Forza, so wait. I'm so confused. What is going on? Oh, the highlights are grouped together. My bad. Well, that's actually really good. So then we still have that sticker count. And the one sticker ad is gone. Go back in here, copy the highlight sticker again, paste it underneath. There we go. See if I can't obscure the shapes behind it a little bit. All right, let's pick a color. I wanted to go darker. Might be able to add another, like a little bit in the back after, but I feel like blending in the highlight will be a little bit better. So just literally 2 clicks of saturation, 2 clicks towards the blue, and we'll darken it a little bit until we start seeing a good bit of contrast from the highlight. Kind of want this to be like a middle color between the branch and highlight. And that's just gonna blend everything together. So we were at 73. That's 27. 13 and 14. We have 14 stickers to work with here. Nine branches. That's a set in 5. That means I can do 1 texture over every branch and then a second texture on the left side. But I think this side being in the sun will add this blending color. And after, go through with shadow color to add contrast in the background. Kind of liking the overlap. So add a little bit there. Just take your time, get a really good placement. Just want a little bit of it sticking out. Actually thinking ahead, we'll take this top layer, put it at the bottom, because that's the one extra layer that won't fit on the other side. Down here we can have a good amount of overlap, because it's just going to blend with all that green in the background. Look at that. And all those little shapes just start doing wonderful things. It just kind of starts looking like needles and doing all kinds of neat tricks. So group those together. Let's add the shadow. Because these needles are very dark. I want them to be nice and rich. Let's see, we're gonna go for some more saturation. Couple clicks of yellow. 4 to be exact. Just looking at this bar right here. It's the color we're working on. Let's go maybe a little darker. Very small changes. Let's get wild and go full opacity. Just like with the mixing color. I think I'll go and adjust the background size. Maybe try to get those spikes sticking out, tucked in a little bit. So really hard to see here. I'm gonna use those little highlight ticks to see where I'm positioned. I'm hanging out the end a little too much, so we'll shorten it. Move to the left. And that green's just gonna blend into the darkness. See, we go a little thinner and longer. Perfect. We are max opacity. Just for the sake of convenience, stick with the same color. If you want, you can make it darker, because this is the shaded side of the tree. But I'm gonna say there's a little extra light coming through. We don't need to do that. So if calculations are correct, and they're usually not, they should have 12 sticker slots left. Or 13. Sweet. Let's go group these, leaving the top spare one. Group them. Copy it. Let's go find our other tree. It's right under the highlight layer. There we are. Perfect. Give it a quick flip-a-rooney. And now repeat. And you can start to see all these little dark bits just creating texture and detail, depth into that branch. It's ironic how fun a Bob Ross is in Forza. Maybe not the long way, But this is a good eye-opener for me. So when I paint another Bob Ross in the future, I'm gonna feel like I have infinite stickers. Which would be cool, because then I can experiment with new things, and if you're following along, you can do the same thing. Alright, now we add the blending color to the side that's in the sun. Gonna have to use those highlight blinks again. Oh, I didn't want to stamp it. And just keep moving along. Don't stay in one place too long. It's almost like saying a word too many times and you start questioning if it's the real word. So you just keep moving along, stamping, making happy little trees. There's a floating sticker. Is that an extra? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and 4. Oh, because I didn't need an extra shadow. Man, my math wasn't right. I knew it. Alright. Let's see. Gonna step back, take a look. Oh, okay. That's right. I need to hop into this bottom layer of texture. Start over here on the easy side. Actually, just for the fun of it, do a quick save. Maybe. All right. Go back in. What happens if you cut that out? Oh. We get a Charlie Brown Christmas. Alright. Which that's perfectly fine. I just wanted to see. So just come in, make them a little bit thinner. Oh yes. Oh yes, that makes a very happy mountain. I didn't like having those big old shapes in my branches. If that's how you want your branches, you're more than welcome to, but for these trees, I didn't feel like I wanted it. A couple little bits sticking out isn't bad. That just plays to the imagination. But like this one down here, for instance, a good painter is going to start to see the Forza shapes. And that's no fun. Pop that baby right about there. I didn't mind this one too much. Maybe I place it so if something weird happens, just back out. What if I skew it? That kind of looks cool. Ironically, it works on this side. All right. Much happier with that result. And that's what this is all about. Having fun, creating your own little world. I have a little bit of that snow light coming through the branch. That looks nice. Perfect. Don't be afraid to let a little light come through. We can leave that one. Wrong button. Give this one a little bit of that skew action. Pull it back a little bit. Perfect. Let's see, one singular shape. I appreciate it, man. See if we can't make a little Easter egg here. Oh no. Alright, to avoid having to recolor the other side that's mirrored, we'll just remirror it. And actually, before we add in this little Easter egg, let's create a marker. So this is how a technique that I use to line up sides when I mirror them, because Forza logic, it's not going to be perfect. So try to line up to this body line here where the doors are. I want to find where that orange covers it, and then comes down. It's very tedious, but right there. So you can see the orange clearly wrap over the lip, and then you can see the paint when you move it down one click. Now we would pick a side. I think the rear is going to work. I'm going to do the same thing here. So right now I'm going to use the very bottom corner. And right there, one click back, there's a lot of paint showing. One click forward, it hits the corner. So if I line this orange square the same way on the other side, which I'll show you, you can perfectly line up to a degree your paint. So I'll start off going left to here. Oh, woof. My bad. Right there. I know that that's correct. Now I go down and find where that body line opens up. And it might be just a little bit different, which it looks like we're good. So hopefully you can see that there. If you focus on the bottom door, it's orange, and it's the paint again. Mirror the Bob Ross. And there we go. So let's see. We have one singular shape. See if there's anything in nature. Maybe a little four-leaf clover. Force a cloud. Could do a snowflake in the mountain. Maybe tuck it right behind this branch. Well, that doesn't look good. Man, why don't they have like a Sasquatch outline or something I could just toss in the trees? This is the Sasquatch. How's it look? And to see it there. And let's just blend it right in with a little transparency. Maybe give it a little bit of color. Actually, if it's going to be a Sasquatch race car driver, we got to go brown. If you know, you know. Alright, now for the part that I've been putting off way too long. To blend the front. Is copy pasta my friend? No. Bummer. So, as I painted along here, I'd paint a section, mirror it over to the front bumper every time it overlapped. So that gives a stack of layers that you can break down like that. And remember how you painted everything before and just kind of carry on. You can see the body line there. Yeah, you can't. Alright, so try not to let it bleed over to the body through this divide in the panels. And we'll just keep fluctuating around orange and green. See, we're coming off of orange, so we want it to be brighter. Kind of like there's a lot of light coming through. Rotate it a little bit to match the slope of the hill. Let's see, let's add some yellow. Really bright on top of this little hill here. Make it short and round. Just start blending the colors. We're actually going to add that in the background here. Grab the green, a little bit more green. I'll go ahead and darken it up. Might have the hill duck down there. I feel like that's a little too much green. Something like that. I'll bring it back to the yellow. Just keep playing with the colors, having fun. The more little differences you add, the more depth your ground is gonna have. Alright. Let's see, what are we gonna add up top here? Want to keep it bright. Let's see if we can make that grass stained green I had earlier. I'm close. It legit looked like a grass stain. I don't know how I found it, but it was a happy little accident. I'm getting some pretty strong overlapping. So one of the layers needs to be adjusted, and I think it's this one. Try to keep those dark voids from making their way in. Let's see, we'll have a long little thin highlight right here. Highlight the long way. I'll add some dark green in there. Let a little bit of that dark show through. Back into some grass stained green. The center is looking a little solid, so Turn the transparency down. Let's see. Let's go back kind of towards the yellow. Looking like we got some darkness going on. Oops. Let's see, something like that, and then grab a really faded small one. There. It's alright if there's little subtle changes, but felt like that one was a little too much. Let's take this yellow, give it 2 clicks of green. Actually, let's go 1 click towards the red. A little bit more brightness. Want to keep working back and forth on the colors. Let's see, maybe the hill starts to kind of overlap a little bit right there. Go ahead, grab a different color. We want to follow this hill. See something like that. Keep messing with the colors, seeing what you like, what you don't. Grab some of this dark green. Actually going to go a little bit more green. Just like that. Let's grab some orange. Let's go really orange on this one. A little more saturation. Have it popping out from behind the grill. Let's pop some green in underneath of it. Ooh, I like that. And we'll add some green on top to mix the ends there. Trying to keep long oval shapes. Alright, now before I get too carried away, I actually need to mirror this background first. So I'll line this up with the hill that's in the background over here. Like that. And then level it off to kind of flow with the bumper. Alright, that's the background layer done. Grab these trees, copy pasta, flip. Let's see if I can do this. Uh-oh. There's more that needs to be copy pasted. First the blue. I was really lazy with that. I regret everything. At 5450 by 8450. So 5484. Hold your butts. 5484. Looks like the same tone. Group these together. Copy, pasta, flip. 114. And I think there's a -5 offset. Take a look. Use that little ridge on the right side of the mountain compared with the body line and light. Look over here and yes, there is a 0.5 click to the right. Some more copy, pasta, flip. Let's see, 34, 6. 34. And I do this one by hand a little bit. And I think the separation of the panels is caused by not having the blue properly transitioned yet. Alright. Let's... Why are those trees so low? Uh-oh. Yeah. 1 and 3. Oh. Double check because my brain is hurting. Okay, so it's 3 and then so just it's 1.15. Just a click to the right. So now we try to blend it. Got a lot of light coming through the tree on the right, on the left side. Come in here. Try to find the culprit while deleting any unnecessary stickers. Don't think we'll need to, but I'm gonna add a little top of the tree sticking out here if I can. Guess 2 works. Okay, so those, so it's got to be the gradients or the snow, which the snow needs to be adjusted. And I just try to find a break in between the textures. I can use that as a space to hide the body line. Gotta keep it at the base of the trees. Okay, where's the other one? Oh, there's a lot. Get rid of that one. Let's see, right there looks to be somewhat decent. We do need actually a little bit coming through here. Just gotta try to find something that matches the same brightness. That looks pretty good. Now I need to find you. What is you? Oh. Interesting. Alright, that looks decent. Now to check the gradients. Oh, I didn't need that gradient anyways. Yeah. You didn't see that. So I'll just pull this up and try to blend the blue as best as possible. See if I can zoom in. Let's see. Also, that blue's mixing with the green. And if you really take your time with this part, it's just gonna bring your paint to the next level. See, you need to shorten that a little bit. I think there's just like a little bit of it. Mess with the transparency a little bit, see if I can't find a sweet spot in the color. Doesn't seem like it. And maybe that's just the blue in the background. Let's go back into here because I noticed another little stray bit sticking through right here. I just want to make sure you get them all. Boom. Match transparency. And that body line is now gone. All right, now we need to take these first layers on the side. Oh, whoops. See, we'll put them in the back here for now. Group it. Flip it. 1325. Point 5 to the right. Doesn't look like that's correct. I think right about there. Grab this, throw it up top with the other one to make sure that they're both on the same level. There we go. That actually looks like a pretty nice blend right there. I think we need to pull. Nope. Maybe we'll add a touch of green. Maybe. Just with the transparency a little bit. And then I think any texture afterward is going to blend that together. Alright, let's finish this. Pick a color. I'd go with it, some yellow green. Maybe add just a little bit more on top. Go ahead, add a little bit of green down here. Go with some faded orange. Maybe a little grass stain. And what's the final? Some brown. Break it up a little bit. All right. So that's the base of the land, fluctuating between green and yellow. And gotta go through, do the textures, which actually these need to get. Oh, this needs to get copy, pasta, flip. 2 and 10. -10 and 102.5. Alright, that's looking way better. Not the best, but better. Yeah, another click. One of the highlights is oversaturating this. That actually kind of helps, ironically. There we go. Pretty decent, I think. If I do say so myself. Thinking something like that. Actually, just do something like that. Only need to use it twice. And then take like this one for instance. And you just go through the trees. Bring them to where you want them on the horizon. And you'll start matching the curvature of the front bumper. And if it gets weird on you moving around, you just press B and it'll go back to where it was. I think we'll leave the rest. The D-pad works best for this. And try to be random with it. You know, leave a couple a little high, bring a couple a little lower. Just create some diversity in your forest. So all those little trees are going to be different. Now we're going to go ahead and rip. Oh, it's grouped. That's why. Lol. Let a little bit bleed over the top. We can leave a good little bit in there. Now here, I just want to adjust this snow right here. Or it's supposed to be the texture that shows gives the illusion of tree trunks, that is. Go ahead and do the same thing over here. Just to kind of clean things up a little bit. You don't want to go too far. Perfect. And there's the copy pasta tree line. So texture, and then gonna see if we can take a couple of those trees in the background, copy paste them onto the front. But for now, we're gonna take a 5-10 minute break. Refill the Joe. Alright. Let's add some texture to this ground. I think what I will do is go over here. See, group these together. That way it stays hidden. Let's go into here. I want to say I did the same amount of layers. That's right, I didn't do shadows. Okay, so I can't use this one. Grab this shadow. And all the textures go on top of it, by the looks of it. Let's see here. Gonna try to find the little valleys and where the hills roll in. We'll start adding in those little dark places. Let's see, I have a little bit right in there. We're gonna have a good amount of contrast right now, but that should hopefully get blended in. Once the texture gets added on top. Go find the highlight layer. Grab ourselves a little highlight color. Just trying to recreate that layer stack. That's why organizing is very important. Let's see, we have a big old highlight. That hill's rolling right over down front. Kind of keep with that downward slope here. Let's see. We're gonna have just a little hill kind of raising its head right here. Get the right rotation so you know that it's going down. Because it's going down. Add ourselves another little highlight right in there. Just keep moving along the tops. A really hilly section over here. I actually call that the last one. Group up the highlights and dissect the next layer. So shadows, highlights, background textures. That's right. I'm actually gonna run through, and you go to change color, and just select the color you have, and it will save it to your previous colors. Essentially, I'm coming in and grabbing all these different colors until I feel like I've seen enough of the spectrum to work with. Go ahead and copy one. Up and down right on top, and start adding in some background texture. See, we're going to use the background texture to create like a level field looking, kind of the little flat spots you'd see in between. Just keep the sticker moving around. I'm using the same sticker where I think I'm gonna want this color, and then I'll switch over to a different one. See, we'll go a little more of a pale green. Give it a flipperoonie. Just trying to keep it looking somewhat random. Match the flow of the land, just like you would match your cat's hair when you pet them. You want to go with the grain. Add one right in there. Let's go with a yellow. See, we'll go right here, and let's play with the transparency a little bit. I'll do the same thing right here. Let's go one more, just for the fun of it. I think we could use one more color. Let's see. Go for a little bit of orange. Have that light kind of taper over. All right. Blend it in with some transparency. Let's see, what about right up here? It's not bad. And then one more right on this lip, because it keeps sneaking away from me. I want to make sure, add some texture onto it. Go ahead and check out the next layer. So background looks like grassy texture. Oh, okay, this is the last layer. This is where the reds come in. This is where it gets pretty. Let's see, we'll grab this red just to be safe. Group everything back together. trying to make sure I have everything organized. Alright, so that's those textures. Which can all be grouped together. And then that's the land behind them. Alright. I completely got carried away. That's alright. You can come in here. Actually, what's that? Looks like there's some highlight colors going on there. Don't think I'll need them. Leave those ungrouped for now. And I don't want to use the same shape. So let's switch that real quick. Grab this. Really fine details. Just work with the flow of the land. Keep playing with colors and the transparency. It all starts coming together. Ooh, add a little bit of red in there. That's nice. It's really going off now. All right. Green or yellow? Kind of like the yellow. Maybe have it going maybe a little bit darker over here. Let's see, we'll make our own little custom color real quick and go even darker. Now we want to start coming down to the left. Add a little bit of red. Just take your time, play with the colors. When you hit that right color, you'll see it. Just keep working along. All these magical things start happening and comes together. I'll have it get a little dark there. A little red looks nice. A little bit of pop. Get some green back here. Want it to be a little bit different though. So we'll bring it over to the yellow a little bit. Let's see here. Got some yellow down to the right. So I think we'll go a nice yellow green. And that's gonna blend those together nicely. Where's that grass stain? Blend it a little bit with transparency. Go yellow. And that's gonna tie that in. Just like that. Let's see if we can add some color down here. Go some dark green. And play with the transparency a little bit because we want to transition. Start to level off for this little lip here. Let's see. What kind of color do we want to go? Maybe some pale green. A little bit of blending. Transition into some yellow on top of this color here. Let's see. Maybe a little less, past transparency. And let's go back into some green. Do some grass stain. I like that. Ooh, back into some light. And I wonder if some dark green would go good here. keep working our way on over. Add some yellow to complement that yellow up top there, the highlight. Tone it down so it doesn't overpower it. Let's see. Ooh, a little bit of red. Brighten that up a touch. Try to get some finer detail in here again. That looks good. And just keep letting the colors blend and do the work for you. Alright, so we want to keep an eye on what we're transitioning into. Try to keep our color somewhat similar. Ooh, add a little bit of red to match the background. And then I think come over top with something like this. Maybe a little more green. Try not to let it overlap. Okay, so actually it looks like gonna need some green in the background. Before we do that, finish off our texturing with one more there. And that is the grass finished. Now let's fine tune it. Maybe? Where is it? Here we go. What are we working with? I'm gonna try to make it a little too bright on the front and then possibly use the transparency to blend the colors in. This and grab a dark green. think less yellow. I wonder if it's the color. Yeah, I think it was. Alright, because I didn't do it sticker by sticker, I think that's the best I'm going to be able to do without spending a lifetime to blend it together. So these are the textures. Group two fronts together. And that's the grassy section. I guess it works. Just taking a look, making sure nothing sticks out to me too much. Alright, trees. So that's the grass. The mountains, the blue, which I still need to finish blending. I'll do that real quick. I think it's just one color blue. Might be able to get away with one actually. Just get the roundness of the circle to match the car. Make sure it's in the center. Nice. Always awesome when you can solve an issue with one sticker. So, 620 stickers left. So in theory, I can put all the trees. Yeah. I don't want the big ones though. Let's see, where are these trees gonna live? Have the light going into the center. Seems like a pretty bright, happy tree. Let's see, this one's pretty big. Slap it right in front. Don't want to get too carried away. I almost think those three are gonna do it. You know what? We gotta do a Bob Ross style. Maybe there's just one big tree just right here. Had to do it. There was no choice. Grab a little stack of bushes and twigs. And we got some stickers to play with. Oh, whoa. Just have a big bush living right here. All right. Let's see here. Maybe we'll do some bushes right here. Coming out from behind all that molding on the bumper. Leave a little bit of green in between them. Let's see. A little twig about there. Have them coming out like that. Beautiful. We were not. We won't use that one. We'll just leave it there for now. Let's see, maybe behind that tree, there's a little bush. And that little bush has a friend too. Let's grab this big old branch. See if we can't find a nice little spot for it. Don't think so. We want something a little smaller. grab this one, flip it. Right about there. Let's see, maybe we can add a little tree out there in the background. Before we flip it, want this tree to be nice and small. Not too small where it's just going to be a blur of pixels because Forza. A little copy pasta the bush. Just try to find where there's enough space between the pixels. Actually, I might just use the small bush. This tree has a couple friends. Step back real quick, kind of take a look. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. We'll group the bushes together, group up the trees, keep everything organized. Now I've realized some layer I've missed. There's a dark background. The mountains. And I don't have that properly painted. So, grab the color real quick. Quickish. Group everything back together. Let's grab a circle. Perfect. This needs to go behind the mountains. Just want to make sure it's the bottom layer. Which it looks like it is. We go up here. try to find the curvature of the car. Doesn't seem like that's going to work. But might be able to use a gradient. Don't think that's gonna work. Alright, so what? Go on top of this, switch it over to the gradient circle. Should have the blue white in here. Don't know. And just try to go over the edge. I'll stack two on top of each other to make them stronger. Just try to see how low you can go without that circle showing through. Alright, pretty happy with that. Let's see. Just kind of look over the skyline. It does seem like it's pretty light in the front compared to the side. Let's see if more trees will solve the issue. Maybe 2 layers is too much. Maybe just stick with the green layer. it just a little bit smaller. Doesn't look too bad, actually. Bring them down low. Take a step back and compare it to side, and pretty happy with the results. I left the sign on the hood. Oh no. That's a sign you've been painting too long. I think that's concluded. Let's try something real quick. Be a little bit lazy. Alright, and that's a nice base to work off of. Just gotta blend it together. You ungroup this. I don't know what that shape's for. Oh. That's for the foreground. Alright. Grab those, place them on top. Whoa. So that's what happens when you transfer sticker by sticker. Okay. That just made life a million times easier. Give maybe a little rotation. My mind's still blown. Alright, so let's do a little copy pasta flip. What are we at? 41 and 44, 5. 41.5. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. So let's go ahead and tweak this up a little bit. All right, well, that's a pleasant start. Whoa. Oh. Hello there. Welcome back. The ever so lovely lag spike. Alright, take a little break. And we'll be back. Feel like I hear a timer running. Got some refreshments ready to finish this thing up. Let's see here. Something about this is too bright in the background. Right here. Something in here. It's too bright. I do like how you can zoom in really close. Be nice if I could do it for the whole car. Let's see, maybe we give this a little reposition. Do a little blending with the transparency. Oh, lovely. And we're back. No idea what's going on, but at least it comes back. See, maybe we take this more green. Take out a little transparency. And I think some texturing will blend the rest of that in. Let's go down here. And just really try to find that perfect spot. Alrighty, now let's find, yes. Want to add a couple more highlights. Try to make sure nothing's obviously cut off. Add one in there. I have to go on top for that. Add a little one in here. That's gonna tie in that yellow on the other panel. Just help create that nice seamless blend. Try to pull the eye away from it. Copy one of the highlights. Let's see, this highlight's gonna be closer, so go a little bit, just one click towards the yellow. Mix in some white. Nice and bright. Stamp it. And we'll bring one over here. Try to make sure nothing is too obviously cut off. So let's go ahead and see, we got shadows, highlights. Copy paste a background texture. This is why organization's best. Grab a grass texture. Grab those and put them right on top. We're gonna have the light focusing on the center. We'll try to put our shapes down in the corner. And that will also emphasize the shadow between the panels. Which shape did we grab? We're gonna want to add a couple of these to play with the color. Let's see, let's throw a little red in here. I think that'll look pretty nice. Oops. Go for some nice bright green. Let's actually go a little bit brighter with it. A little more color, a little more brightness. Just like so. Group that together, a little copy pasta. Flipperoonie. I'll rotate it a little bit. Try to keep it away from the panel line. Oh. Gosh darn. This is why I don't work on the weekends. Almost done. Grab those shapes. See, where are these trees and bushes? That's right, I was blending those. There we go. Trees need to be in the front. see, we'll grab this tree right here. A big old sucker right there. Bob Ross style. So that's all the texture. That's the ground layer. That's right, gotta do the mountains. Oh no. Mountains from scratch. Woof. Get this blended. I think I'm gonna leave the sky a little lighter on the front and rear. Add a little bit of contrast. We got the filler, slap that in the background. Grab this mountain. Give it a flipperoonie. We'll try to descend down to the license plate. See what have we go. Have a nice big tall boy back there. Grab this one again. Flipperoonie. Nice little shallow climb up. Get rid of that. Let's see, grab this shape. Grab another one of these. Flipperoonie. Kind of trying to keep comparing it to the other side. Make sure it's not getting a little too copy pasta. We'll toss another one of these. Right there. All right. That's the outline. Go ahead and fill them up with some triangles. Let's see, you might be able to do, yeah, one big triangle. Alright, there's the filler. So you get your outline edge and your filler color. This needs to go behind everything. So painstakingly ungroup and regroup everything. Gonna say didn't think that was necessary. That's right, because that was painting 4 mountains. But might do that after. We'll see what the sticker count's looking like. Guess just ungroup everything real quick. Well, quick-ish. Once it's broken down to the outline, I know to move to the next group. Final group here. Yeah, those ones are all unnecessary. Group those together. Grab the filler. All right, now so that's blending for the panels. I don't want to touch any of that. Here we go. Just trying to find the same stickers, group them together. So I can recreate how the mountains are made. Hopefully I'm doing it correct. Leave the 4 mountains for now. I don't know if there's going to be enough room for it. I saw a couple stickers that were hidden, but nope. we go in here, I know there are. That one. The middle one. It's probably going to be the same for all the layers. Alrighty. Oh, gotta go through and get all the highlight areas. Want the sun to be coming from the center. Let's see, we'll leave that little ravine nice and dark. A little bit of light coming down. I think we'll leave those for now. Add a little bit there. Just trying to think about where that light is going to be the strongest on the rocks. I'll do a thin one there. And because I'm too lazy to turn the mountain around, we'll just repaint the shaded side. Alright, so the highlights are done. Oh, whoops. That's right, some blue circles to add some color to the base of the mountains. I just add a circle per mountain. That one already has it. And just keep working layer by layer. So let's try to find how this layer works. The highlights are on top. Grab those two. Grab these. And the highlights are already grouped. shadows on top. All right. Just use the skew to angle the top of it, and that way the texture will keep running down the mountain. Let's see, we're just gonna want a little sliver. Just like that. And just keep working the bright side. See, we'll add a little bit in here, just so there's some color going on. See, we'll try to stitch a whole one over this. Just give a little indication of color back there. Just keep moving along. Yeah, we'll make that one just a little skinny slope. Alright, got some mountain color on there. Add some shadows. If I can see it. Add one in there. Let's see, I cannot see anything with that reflection. So I'll work in the mat a little bit. Let's see, how big can we go with this? Pretty big. And this is just gonna help create all that lovely detail back there in the darkness of the mountains. I'm leaving just a little bit of separation, letting that darkness kind of create a barrier between the two layers. Let's see, go a little bit more transparent with this. And we're gonna move these highlights over to the other side. So everything looks kosher and natural. Just leaving the tiniest little outline of the edge. Really nice light bouncing off the boulders on the top. Let's see. Now we're going to switch the sides of the mountain. Trying to keep the sun direction in mind. Let's make this one nice and long. Just like that. Move this over here to this side. Just like that. Got the highlights done. That's right. The blue shadow coloring. Just like we did with the highlights, we'll move these. Just like before, place this where the shadows are in the mountains. Place this one a little bit lower. All this color is gonna give your paint so much detail way out in the distance. This one already has it, but I'm trying not to let it go across the edge there because I don't want it to get cut off. I think that'll do. Is that the edge? That's not the edge. The color's just so subtle I wasn't seeing it. Alrighty. So in theory, that's the mountains. Alright, there are the mountains. Take a quick look at them in the glass. I think I'm gonna go through the texture. Or actually, go about that color. Yeah, fix up that lighting a little bit. Now they don't stick out as much. Perfect. They have the hour timer too. Oh no. I think I'm gonna leave it without 4 mountains. Just one last tweak I want to make. Oh, actually, I kind of like those in there. We'll leave it. Go into here. Let's grab our big old Bob Ross tree. Ah, no way. Come on. Don't be mean to me like that. Well, just a little bit of it poking out of there. A little bit of rotation. Perfect. go. Take a little break, come back and paint some fluffy little clouds up in the sky. All right. Time for some happy little clouds. Wondering if maybe I should grab one for the rear. What do we got? We have 138 stickers. Let's grab that. Experiment a little. Okay, so that's just sky. Put the clouds on top. Ooh. Oh man, I wish you were here to see this, man. Rotate it a little bit. Cool. Just need to find that sticker. I'm tearing apart things I probably shouldn't. So it looks like this is an outline layer. Then a soft layer. Well, that might have just been a blend over the top. Okay. So some gradient circles, one of the texture shapes, and highlight. I'm remembering now. That's why you gotta keep your stuff organized. Toss that in the background here. Let's say this is a big one. Have it climbing around over to the right. Really take your time and try to get a good cloud shape. Do something like that. Grab the same shape. Oh no. Oh no, the camera cannot go in. Oh. Well. We'll just have to place it best as possible. Thinking like that. And then check it on the rear. First try. Cool. Now there's some lovely clouds sitting in the back. Let's see. Way more than enough room in the front. Let's see, not gonna be able to go too crazy, not a lot of room. Let's do something like that. We won't have this go over to the top. Just like so. Copy that. Probably be the same thing over here. Well, actually, no. Alright, cool. We can zoom into the front, just not the back. Something like that. Put another one behind it. Let's see, you don't really want to do that. Try to leave a little bit of that blue in between them. Do something like that. Give it a nice little mushroom head. That's cool. All right. what we can do is we'll actually take that one. Perfect. These clouds are pretty fun to work with. Something like that. Just trying to find a good match for it. I think that's gonna do it. It's been a long journey. Make sure everything's grouped up together. Nice and tidy. And well, by golly, there it is. Now the question, to save or not to save? Nah, we're gonna save it. Well, if you followed along and you painted one, I'd really like to see some screenshots of how yours came out. Maybe you went and took these techniques, painted a different Bob Ross. Even so, let me know. My gamer tags, Mountain Man Joe. Same as on YouTube. And with that note, have a good day.